The thing about America, we live in a great country and stuff, and all of that stuff. Before we start talking, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. We talk about just about everything, man. Topic of the day, my man's 21 Savage. See, I had to wait till everybody was done with their, lies before, posting my own lie, right? A lot of times, this media and all of that stuff, they're famous for doing a lot of things. Lying, in case you didn't understand what I meant. I meant fucking bullshit, just lying like a motherfucker. Alright, so let's take it from the top. They said they called 21 Savage in, Metro Atlanta. Arrested the same day as Young Nudy, which is his cousin. Figures, right? Apparently, they didn't have any. There was no problem when Mr. Savage was just being a regular savage nigga, right? Speaking about bitches and drugs and all that. But the moment he started talking about, all of a sudden we got a problem. Yeah. So they decided to dig up all of this crimes from, however long ago, and then use that as the basis to, try to kick a nigga out and shit. And Brian Cox, well, that's also somebody that we gotta discuss, because this nigga's a bitch. So, with all of that being said, do y'all really want to know what happened? Because if you got a listening ear, I got a talking mouth. And I'm willing to tell all of the secrets and all the blues clues and all of that shit. Y'all ready for this? Let go. So the truth of the matter is, this is what actually happened. So I was sitting in my house minding my own business, and 21 calls me. Yeah, called me and shit. And I'm like, what's up? He was like, yo, 26, what are you doing? I'm like, beating my meat like owes me money. I am doing homework, multitasking and shit. So he was like, yo, come down to Atlanta, we got bitches. I was like, say less. Threw a couple boxes and shit in the bag and bow, airport. On my way to Atlanta. So, we're sitting there, chilling, hanging out, doing what real niggas do. And all of a sudden, a nigga with a shirt that says ICE showed up. I mean, ICE could be anything, I didn't think it was, immigration niggas. So I'm sitting there, still eating the sandwich, talking to Stink Breck bitch that was just from around the corner. And all of a sudden, guns and helicopters and grenades and, FBI's and all types of gangster niggas showed up. So I'm sitting there oh shit. So you would think that I would have learned to not say oh shit when the feds is around. So they snatched my ass up too and shit. And 21 being the dickhead that he was, and they was like, hey, who's this guy? And I'm like, hey, I turned an African accent on real quick. I was like, how's he going, sir? My name is Akbar Jabe Muhammadu Bello Awatu. And they just slapped the shit out of me. They was like, nah, nigga, we just heard him call you 26. At that point, I couldn't lie anymore. So that African accent went out the window. Real quick. So long story short, they book us and everything else. They see that I have a Pennsylvania license. They was like, oh shit, you're not from America either. You're Nigerian, but you're here legally and shit. And because the nigga was in the army. So it worked out for me. But for 21, on the other hand, not so much. So, he got booked. I got on a plane, came back to Pennsylvania, and that's all she wrote. Alright, so that's pretty much what happened, man. So for all the extra lying ass niggas, so for all the truth that it's worth, all jokes aside, we make jokes in the light of all of this stuff. But let's be honest. If he didn't say anything about ICE, they would have left his ass alone. I mean, come on. Alright, so now we're digging up felony records and all types of shit. It's a lie. And two, there's no basis to it. If he was here, he came here when he was 12, and all of a sudden, the nigga is 27, and maybe his name's 27 Savage. Alright, so back to the point. At this point, you're just looking for shit to lock this nigga up. Alright? Oh, and a shout out to Jay-Z. He was the only person that actually did anything. And just because you write up on Instagram and every other social media saying keep your head up, don't mean shit's gonna change. So maybe we should start doing more productive shit instead of, stay up and all of that. But what we learned from this? I want to hear what all of you motherfuckers got to say. Let me know what's up.